Hi, welcome to Ainora Tarot. So this is going to be a pick a card reading for what's your soul's desire. And here we have a lapis lazuli, a pink agate, I think, a kambaba jasper, if I remember correctly, and a snowflake obsidian. So take a moment to choose one of the stones and we'll just jump into it. And before I stop talking, then I just want to say that if it doesn't resonate, then just pick another pile or pick another reading or another reader, because not everything is supposed to resonate with everyone, but it's all about your intuition. So if you feel really drawn to one specific group, then that's probably the one you're supposed to find some message in. So I'll just jump in. See you there. Hi, group 1, pile 1. So we have the lapis lazuli, which is really talking about something very natural, I would say, like very spiritual and very connected to heavens. And like if you look at this shape, it's kind of like a small mountain. So I would suggest you go out into nature a bit more, both like visiting the ocean and like mountains, because it also looks like almost an iceberg. So with the first card, we have 7. We have Poe. Time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. So it feels like there's this I'm kind of getting like this desire to record nature in some ways, like maybe it's recording natural beats, maybe it's like painting, it might even be like filming nature or putting yourself in nature or collecting things from nature. And it's like it feels like you're not materialistic, but it feels like you want to have things that have value, and not in a monetary way, but in a very soul-fulfilling way. Like your soul wants to own things, but not because you're owning them, but because it makes your surroundings filled with energy, and a kind of energy that you feel very drawn to. So your soul is really wants to revel in what it is to be human, and to use to use the things that this life has to offer. We have another 7, so we have 77, and it's 7 of earth. And you can like see that he's basically out in nature. It actually looks like he's been on the mountain and he's like coming down, and he's like peering over. It's actually peering over at Poe, but also over at the sun. So I'm getting actually that there might be a balancing of your feminine and masculine aspects, and that might include a kind of like twin flame relationship, or just the desire for everything to be balanced. But because if you look at these two, it's almost as if Poe is more like using, like Poe is a feminine energy, but she's using the masculine tools around her, and this is masculine energy that is like using the femininity around her, the fairy and everything. So I'm still really getting this like being out in nature and making sure that other people can enjoy the nature that you enjoy. And with the medicine wheel, I get like the 4 seasons, like really using or being present within every season and actually enjoying winter, enjoying autumn, enjoying summer, and enjoying spring. And we have, in any moment I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So it's about this like meditative energy, being out in nature, or incorporating nature within your everyday in some way. We have another 7, so 777. The Chariot. Actually, I'm gonna take this one, which is the Ace of Earth. Wait a second. Another 7. So 4 sevens. So it's really about creating something, even here in the Ace of Earth. We have like the 4 seasons. We have the 6 of Pentacles, so it's about like, in this reading I'm getting like reaping what you've sown, like using the land. Maybe you're interested in having plants, or like growing your own food, or cooking, or like taking care of nature. Sorry about that. Whatever is present around you, and like moving forward and not focusing on this one cup that maybe a lot of other people focus on, but actually embracing all of these and see that there is a balance between this cup and these cups, and that you are moving forward like every step. And it's like your soul is really just wants to move forward in a world that is very stagnant, that is very like stuck. So yeah, I also think that, or feel like, you actually manifest everything much better when you're out in nature. I think that most people actually do, because they connect to something, but I think that you in particular might have this as a part of you where you really manifest, like with the Ace of Pentacles here, or Ace of Earth, that you are really good at manifesting things, but that you do it by being present in the moment, being outside, and taking the outside in. So maybe it's like buying really beautiful handcrafted things, or handcrafting them yourself and stuff like that. So it's, your soul is really craving nature in different ways. So big tip, go out to mountains or the desert or like a forest or the sea. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this resonated. If it did, please do comment, like, and subscribe if you feel so guided. I would love to hear from you. Thank you once more. I love you all. Bye. 2. So here we have the pink agate. That is... oh, I just like really blanked. But I do think that it has to do with like romance and love. And since I did black out on the meaning, then I guess that it wants to be recognized as a love stone. I know that I usually put it on my heart chakra. So unconditional love, like upper heart chakra. So we have Lantern Fairy, a clear solution, 24. I'm feeling like you want to light the way for others. You want to show people how easy it is to be yourself and how easy it is to be authentic. Like your soul, and also that your soul wants you to be authentic. But I feel like you pretty much are, but that it's actually your focus to be really authentic. I want that. And I'm really like, it feels like you want to, so with the lantern here, as I said, that wants to light the way. So you want to move ahead. You want to create a path for people to step on. I'm getting like empowerment energy. Like you want to be the strong force that moves forward so that other people don't have to be as strong. So you can have had a lot of experiences where you haven't felt like you were enough. So now you're focusing on being very strong so that other people won't have to go through the same things that you went through. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like your soul's desire is really to be like this, and that you have gone through things and that you are already shining some kind of light, but that you aren't doing it in a necessarily very balanced way just yet. Like you're still going through pain, you're still going through things that you cannot see the light, and you cannot see the full picture. So we have attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Oh, sorry. So, and together with the curse, it's really like you haven't fully lived out your story. You are still manifesting like negative thought patterns and experiences, but that is because you are still learning, because you want to teach in some way, but not necessarily teach, I did this, but rather teach, don't do it this way, but there are other ways. So dare to be yourself. While you might not have been really daring to be yourself, maybe you haven't felt comfortable to be all that you are, but as you are releasing this feeling of other people attacking you, the more you're feeling balanced within yourself, and the more you can the more you have the ability to be honest with yourself. And that's where you are finding your strength, when you are starting to decide that I don't want to feel attacked. And it's not that I don't want them to attack me, but that you realize that I don't want to feel attacked. Even though someone is attacking me, I don't want to go into that energy and that mode of someone attacking me, like going into fear. You want to be strong, and you want to be able to take the punches so that someone else does not have to take the punch. And I don't really know if that really made sense, but I hope it did. I hope the message was coming through. But then after this period, like, I mean, this is about your soul's desire. So your soul's desire is to go through this, is to go through the bad parts, the negative parts, because that makes you you. That makes your story, your storyline, something that you can be proud of, and you kind of like that feeling. So the more you go through it, and the more you start to release things, the more you will step into this Six of Shells, Six of Cups, and the Maiden of Fire. The more you will no longer hold on to things, but you will expand, and you will move out into the world, and once again you will feel more balanced, because you have experienced the highs and the lows. And you're starting to learn what you're supposed to hold on to and what you're supposed to release. And that maybe not all like negative emotions are worthy of keeping. And with the Six of Cups, I'm definitely seeing a partnership, but I feel like it's more friendly, like a friend, a business partner or something. Because we have like two otters, and they're like, even though they're a couple, everything about them is about friendliness, about creating something together, but it's not necessarily a passionate love. I feel like this has to do with some kind of soulmate in your life that's there as a friend, not a romantic relationship, and that your soul really craves friendships, craves people around you, but still that you are the strong one, you are the one with the light. Because there again, it feels like for your soul, for your soul's journey, feeling proud and feeling that you are strong is really important. And it might come across as something that is negative, but it's really not. This is a really positive thing, because you are just learning what it is to be human. It feels like you haven't had a lot of experience in being human, so that you are trying to find the pieces that makes you feel like you belong, and therefore you're making sure to develop a lot of you. But I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this wasn't too harsh. And I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye. 3. So here we have the Kambaba Jasper, which is really about the heart chakra. You can see the green, the tranquility, peace, fertility, things like that. A very calm and loving stone. So your soul, I really feel like this is about partnership, like love. Like this is gonna be a love group, a love reading. So we have Fire of the Highlands 20. And I'm gonna take 2 more cards because I feel like there's a storyline. So your soul's desire is really to find your other half. Like we have 20 here, but I'm reducing into a 2, and then we have 4 of air, which oh no, wasn't. I was thinking, but I feel like this is really about bringing together everything you've been dreaming of, but that what you are searching for is someone who completes you, and you're searching externally, you're searching for someone to come in with information to you. But every time someone does, like if this is about romance and partnership, then every time you go into some kind of a relationship, then it still feels like something is missing, and your soul is like really craving love. But that is because there is someone on the horizon, and it doesn't mean like, I'm actually gonna say this, like if this is something that resonates, then what I'm getting is that it's definitely not the person you are thinking of. And that might be really hard to hear because there might be people that are actually in a relationship, but who you are searching for is not that person. And then comes the next thing, because it's you. You're searching for yourself, and you're constantly settling for someone that is less than you. And I'm not saying that the people you are drawn to are less than you, but you are settling for someone that is less than you. And when you are settling for someone who's less than you, then that someone is settling for someone that is less than them. Because we all are worthy of someone that truly is balanced with us, and that we are balanced. So I'm really getting, I'm hearing, I'm kind of seeing you by the mirror, and it's like you just need to love yourself. And your soul doesn't have a concept of not being loved. And that makes this really hard when people cannot love you in the way that you love them. And the only thing you can do is to love yourself. And when you do, something will come in, someone will come in, or you will find the tranquility within yourself. We have another 4. when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. So it's all about you. It's all about you being balanced, and that you might be hopeless romantic, but that is wonderful. But you need to know that you are this. You are the one that is beautiful, and therefore you are worthy of someone equally beautiful, and that takes a lot of self-respect and a lot of self-love. So we're 2 sevens. I'm also seeing the moon as a 7 because like the 1 is before the 8, so I'm seeing it as a Greek number where it's like 8 minus 1, so 7, 7, 7 in reverse. So there's like, you have a lot of options, you have a lot of choices. We have another 4 here as well. And yeah, so we have 3 cards that I see as 7s. We have 3 cards that are 4s. And 7 and 4 becomes 11. So there's this like 11-11 energy, like this, your soul is craving this like twin flame or a really deep soulmate connection. And what you need to work on is yourself, taking it step by step, not jumping into something because it's easy or because it's there and because you want to feel loved right now. You need to love yourself for a longer period of time. You need to see that there is an unknown, there is a factor that you cannot possibly see at the moment, but you cannot just rush ahead all the time. And once again, another 4, really this stable energy, and you need to realize that you need to notice what it is you want in someone. Like, you need to actually logically go into detail of what are you worth, what do you want, and then not stop loving yourself until you are that person. In order for you to manifest someone that has certain traits, you need to prove to yourself that you are capable of these things. So this is a very, very, like, so your soul really wants love, and that makes this a journey for you where you need to love yourself, because no one is going to be able to give that love to you the way you can give that love to yourself, because you are so strong, so much stronger than you have any concept of, and that it's like hard to fathom. But I think that this is it. But if it did feel like this was a bit too much about like loving yourself for moments, I do suggest to you, this group, to actually pick another pile, because it feels like this is like an extra group. Like, this doesn't feel like this is someone's only reading. It feels like this is an addendum. But do whatever you feel like, and I'm gonna finish here. And thank you so much for watching. If you did resonate, please do like, subscribe, comment if you feel so guided. I love you all. Bye. Hi Pile 4. So this is a reading for your soul purpose, and to start off with, we have this snowflake obsidian, which is talking about purity and balancing. And it really brings like impurities to the surface, like within you. If you look at these like white spots that seem to be like just on the surface, I mean they're in the stone, but it looks like they're just on the surface. So it brings out something. I do really enjoy this stone. So, and since this is about balance and purity, I feel like you really want a life that is simple, not necessarily like simple like things, no challenges, but simple like you want to be here and now, you want to be in the present. Like your soul really wants to feel at ease. We have Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, drama. Sorry for the noise. We have kitchen work. But if you look at her, there's actually like, she's very serene. To other people, it might look like she's into all of these things, but she's actually, she just wants to be calm. She just wants to be in the now. I mean, she's wearing a green dress that is very like, once again about the heart chakra. It's, well, I wasn't talking about the heart chakra with you, but it's about the heart chakra, and it's about being vulnerable in some way. It's a very nature like, it's a color that's so connected with nature. So once again, it's like about this very simple, but very like, it's simple, but it's glamorous. It's simple in the way that it just is like dancing, like it's about being in the present and making sure that all of the emotions you have are actually guiding you. Like the Eight of Fire, it's really about finding some kind of magic. It's normally about communication, but this is really about her finding magic within the now, finding magic within nature. We have this green and beige tones that are going through all of these cards. My capacity to tune in into the energy of love gives me words when I need. Sorry. Just gonna pause this a bit and see if he stops. It's a bit quieter now, but we'll see. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. And we have the upper world. So once again, it's talking about love and really being in the present. I'm gonna need the other cards because I kind of feel lost. And I don't think it has to do with the cards. It's probably something like I'm picking up. I'm getting that there's this idea of how you think your life would evolve and what kind of emotions you were thinking that you would have, and you find it hard to actually connect with them. It's like you're almost in this state of apathy in some way, but you are just like in a sudden standstill. You are moving forward, you are changing things, and you are going through this spiritual journey and gathering knowledge, but you're not even really aware of just how much knowledge you have gathered. And you feel like there's a lot, like, feels like your soul thinks that it's a long way to be where you truly want to be, which is this serene and calming place, but feels like you think that you're like up in the air or something. Like you're I'm almost getting this like ADHD energy, but I do find people with ADHD to be the one most in tune with growth, and the people that are most able to connect to serenity. But it might take a while, but once this all manifests into one, then there's like nothing that can stop you, because you're so connected to love and you're so connected to the present. But it might take some time. But really, like, enjoying nature in a serene sense. So I'm feeling like you should go out into parks, or like more like gardens that have had a landscape architect make them, like very calming places that doesn't have a lot of outside influence. Like I do feel like just going out to a forest and stuff like that is really good as well, but that your tranquility really comes from being in something that is landscaped, something you can take care of, like a home where you feel like everything is on where it's supposed to be and everything is serene. But it all comes from within, so you need to work on like meditating and stuff like that. But meditating out in such a garden, I would suggest would be the best way for your soul's growth. I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel so guided, please do like, subscribe, and share, and comment, of course. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye.